Are you ready, Ravens Nation? The doubters are out in full force, but guess what? Our tight end is proving them all wrong. With a resurgence that has sparked our offense, he's back in the spotlight and ready to elevate the Ravens to new heights. Stick around as we dive into how this key player is turning the tide in Baltimore and making the competition rethink their game plans. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to stay in the loop with all things Ravens. Our tight end is back and better than ever, silencing the naysayers with every touchdown and yard he gains. The Baltimore offense is on fire, and with him leading the charge, we're poised to make a serious run this season. Don't miss out on the analysis of how he's reshaping the dynamics of our team and why this could be the turning point for our Super Bowl aspirations. Remember to subscribe and give us a thumbs up to keep the Ravens spirit alive. Welcome back to the channel. Let's dive right into the heart of what's been happening with our team. Mark Andrews is back, and if you've been following the chatter, you know there was a lot of noise around how he was washed up, but the Ravens organization never lost faith in him, and boy, were they right. Over the last 3 weeks, Andrews has notched 3 touchdowns and racked up 162 receiving yards. That's a serious comeback after a rough patch where he only managed 65 yards and even had some goose eggs. It's clear that our tight end is finding his groove again. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate just how significant this is for the Ravens. In the midst of a 5-game winning streak, this offense is looking downright scary. Lamar Jackson is cooking, and with Derrick Henry in the MVP conversation, it's a wild ride. Plus, Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman are developing into the dynamic duo we all hoped for. And just like that, we've got Andrews back in the mix, ready to unleash havoc on opposing defenses. Isn't it fascinating to think that among all these star players, Andrews could actually be the X-factor moving forward? I mean, we're talking about a 3-time Pro Bowler here. Opposing teams are already trying to figure out how to manage the threat that Andrews poses on top of everything else. And let's be honest, things are getting dangerous in Baltimore. The way this team has bounced back just proves that you should never judge a book by its cover. Sometimes, the opening paragraph might be slow, but keep reading, and you'll find the excitement just waiting to unfold. I've got to say, there's no team in football that's more thrilling right now than the Ravens. Backed by a championship-caliber offense, we have one of the league's most underrated players ready to shine. If Andrews continues to elevate his game, this unit could reach an unstoppable level by the end of the season. So let's talk strategy. With Andrews back, the Ravens can stretch the field and keep defenses guessing. This gives Jackson more options, and it opens up opportunities for everyone else on the field. It's like adding another weapon to an already loaded arsenal. But here's a question for you. Do you think this was the right move for the team? Personally, I'm torn. On one hand, I love seeing Andrews back to form, but on the other hand, I worry about how long he can sustain this level of play. As fans, we want to see him dominate, but we also need to manage our expectations. The emotional roller coaster is real, folks, and speaking of emotions, let's not forget how much this impacts our chances moving forward. If Andrews keeps this momentum, it elevates the entire team's performance. We could be looking at a deep playoff run, and who knows, maybe even a shot at the Super Bowl. The stakes are high, and I'm sure we're all feeling the pressure and excitement that comes with it. So what do you think? Are you as excited as I am about Andrews' resurgence? I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments. What are your expectations for the rest of the season? Are there any frustrations you're feeling? Let's get the conversation going. Before I wrap up, don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, and share it with your fellow Ravens fans. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss any updates or analysis as we push through the season. Remember, activate that notification bell to stay in the loop. Let's keep the energy up, Ravens Nation.